Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a necklace using a piece of an oyster shell that I found on the beach. First of all, our encouraging word for today is I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. That is true. So here is one that I made using this oyster shell that I found on the beach, and it's absolutely beautiful. I've coated it with clear nail polish, but the inside here is what shows. And it just makes for a really pretty, unique little necklace. And if you pick I've got it backwards. If you picked it up on the beach, then it's really kind of special. So I think these turn out beautiful. This is a different kind. This is still an oyster, but it has a hole in the middle. And I'm going to show you how you can use something like this, which most people would not pick up because they would see that as worthless. So we're going to do this today. What you're going to need if you want to make something similar is a piece of an oyster shell. Now I have bags of seashells available on my website. Most of them have something in there similar to this. If you want to purchase one of the bags and you want one of these pieces in it specifically for this necklace, let me know and put it in the comments on the order on my website, not on the comments on this video. On the order on my website, and I will make sure that I include a piece that you could use to make this kind of a necklace. Okay, I have a length of Coriana chain. This is about, see how long this is. Whoops. It's about 6.5, almost 7 inches. Yeah, right around in there. This is available on my website as well. I've got some silver pearls. I've got some really pretty sparkly silver bicones that my friend Mandy gave me. I have some pieces of chain. Now this chain, I do not know where I got it, but I really do like it. I wish I knew where I got it, but I've just cut some small pieces of it. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. I have 2 clamshell connectors, 2 crimp tubes, 1 little Swarovski crystal in clear. This is a 20 or a 19 SS, an 8mm black pearl, a 12mm jump ring, and a lobster clasp. I have some other jump rings here. And then I have a bunch of head pins, gunmetal head pins. I also have some E6000 glue and a toothpick for picking up my glue and a toothpick for picking up my crystal. And this has beeswax on the end, and it's perfect for picking up crystals. And I have some clear nail polish. So the first thing I'm going to do, if you want to make this, grab all these things up. You're going to need your jewelry tools, of course. And the first thing that I'm going to do is coat this with clear nail polish. I like to do this. I think it restores the shine. I know people say you can use mineral oil, and I'm sure you can. That'll restore the shine, but it's not going to seal your shell. This is going to seal your shell. And when you're using it for jewelry, I just think it's a good idea to seal it. So I am just going to do that. And you can just go ahead and paint this all over. It doesn't need much, just a thin coat is all I'm doing. Okay. And just going to let it dry. I'm just going to set it on this plastic here and let it dry. While it's drying, I'm going to take a little bit of this E6000. I am going to put a crystal right here in this little indention. And then I'm going to put a pearl right beside it. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue for the pearl and a little bit of glue for the crystal. Okay. And if I could get it off the toothpick. Okay. So here's my crystal. Come on. I'm just going to set it right down in there. Just like that. And then I'm going to take this pearl and I'm just going to set it right beside it, and I'm going to turn the pearl so that you can't really see the holes. And we're just going to let that dry for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes or so. Okay? So set yours aside, let it dry, and come on back in about 15-20 minutes and we'll continue on. Okay, so this has been drying for a few minutes now, and I'm just going to take a jump ring. This is actually one of the ones that I cut from this chain to make the links the way I wanted. They were soldered jump rings, so I'm just going to use it. I think it'll work just fine to open and close, and I'm going to use it because it will match my chain. Not that it really is that big of a deal, but why not, right? There we go. Okay, so just closing it up, and there we have it. Now I'm going to take my little piece of Coriana chain here, and I'm going to put it right through this. And now I have to decide how I want to bead this Coriana chain. And I just want to put a few beads. I don't want to do a whole big lot, and I want it to be very subtle. So I think I'm just going to use just a few of these bicones to give it a little bit of sparkle down here. So I like the Coriana chain to show. I think it's really pretty. And so I don't want to do a whole big lot down here. And I'm going to have quite a bit of black up toward the top. So just trying to maybe bring in a little of the sparkle here. I don't know, maybe I should do a couple small ones. Let's see, I don't even know if these will fit on this chain. Yeah, they do. It fits a lot of beads. Let me see if I should do this. And a lot of times I just have to do it and look at it and see what I think. Okay, so what's that look like? That looks pretty good, actually. I like that. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to do any more, because if I do any more, it's going to get cluttery. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chain and I'm going to hook each side of my Coriana on. So I'm going to take my clamshell, put it right here on my chain, take my crimp tube, put it up here at the, whoops, up here close to the end. Okay, just like this. And I'm just going to take my chain nose pliers and flatten that. Now you want to flatten it to where it's secure, but you don't want to flatten it so hard that you cut through your chain. So keep that in mind. I'm going to take my E6000 and I'm just going to put a little bit in this this clamshell right here. I'm going to coat that little connection, or that little crimp tube, and close this up. And then when this dries, it is going to be extremely secure. And the reason that I'm using the E6000, I don't do that in every time I do this technique, but for some reason these gunmetal clamshells have really big holes in the bottom, and you can't even really use a regular crimp bead or it'll come right through. So I had to use the crimp tube, and I just want to make sure that, you know, that it's very secure. And when this glue dries, it won't be going anywhere. E6000 is a very secure glue, and that will hold that right inside there just nice. Okay, so I'm going to close that up. And put my lid back on my glue. Okay, so here we have it. So there's our focal. I think that's really pretty. Let's see if you can see it. It would help, wouldn't it? Okay, I hope I wasn't off screen that whole time. If I was, I apologize. I don't think I was, but I could have been. Oh, it'd be just my luck today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hook this on to these with a very small jump ring. This is a little 4mm, and I like to use the tiniest ones I have just so they're not super noticeable. Okay, and we're just going to hook the clamshell right onto that piece of chain. Now I don't know that I'll use all these pieces of chain. I'm just going to use, I don't know, 3 or 4, enough to get my necklace the length that I want it. Okay, there's one. And 2. just like this. I'm fighting with that little jump ring. There we go. Okay, so there is what we have so far. That is really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and come up my chain here, and what I want to do is take these, I want 2 eye pins. They don't have to be real big. Actually, I'm going to use my smaller ones because I'm not doing a wrapped loop. I'm just going to do a regular loop on these, and they're not going to have a ton of beads on them. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to take my bicone, my silver pearl, and another bicone, and that is all I'm going to do right there. I think, I don't know, maybe I should go a little longer. I think that's all. I think that's good. Okay, we're going to bend this 90 degrees, and I'm going to roll a loop back. Let me trim it off just a little. I like small loops. Okay, rolling that loop back. And then I'm going to hook this right on to my chain. I'm not going to use a jump ring. I don't feel like it needs it. Okay, just like that. Same thing on the other side. Bicone, silver pearl, and bicone. I've got glue on my hands. This is like the 5th video I've tried to film today, and it's just been really difficult. We've got Hurricane Ian coming, so we've been distracted here, and I started to film this video, and the guy across the street started playing music really loud, so I had to quit. I opened the door and went out and looked over there, kind of gave him the evil eye for a minute. Like, why do they have to play it so loud that the whole neighborhood can hear it? It drives me insane. Okay. Looking good. So now I'm going to do this again. Hook this on. Same exact thing. Now, I don't know if I made that loop big enough. I may want to hook these on with little jump rings. I don't know. I don't want to do it, though, and make it look different than the other one. Let's see if it'll close up. I did not make a very big loop for that, did I? That's what I said. I like small loops, but oh, it'll work. It fits. Okay. Same thing over here. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same connection that we did on the other side. So I got my bicone, pearl and bicone, and I'm not using any more of the black beads up on this part, only because there's so much black in the chain that I don't feel like it needs it. I feel like if I do a lot of black all through here, it's just going to be overwhelmingly black. And I want to kind of showcase the silver. It's pretty. Okay. Not that I have a problem with black. I don't. I love black. I wear black almost all the time. But for this particular necklace, I just wanted to showcase a lot of the silver. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. Just going to put this on one end of our chain. And hook another piece of chain onto it. And you're going to just do the same thing until you get the length that you want. So I'll hook this piece of chain on. And then I'll just evaluate to see if it needs another grouping of chain or if it's long enough. I don't know. Man, I made some of these loops so small. I'm good at small loops, but it doesn't always work out the best when you're doing this. I needed to think about that. Could always just do another connector if I needed to, but I think it's okay, actually. It is. All right. And then we're going to hook our chain on up here. And evaluate the length. I've only got 2 more pieces of the chain left. I mean, I could cut more. But let me hold this up and just see how long it is right now. Yeah, if I do 1 more connection and 1 more piece of the chain, this will be long enough. So let's do that. Bicone, pearl, bicone. Make this loop a little bit bigger this time. That might be too big. Okay, same thing on this other side for the other side. Can hear things starting to pick up outside with the wind a little bit. Gonna have to go take a look here in a second. Bicone, pearl, and bicone. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing a pickup in the wind outside now. Which means we could lose power. So I need to get this video done. Okay, there is our connection. Gonna hook our chain on the other side. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the wind and rain has just suddenly really picked up. Okay. And 1 more connection here with the chain, and then it's going to be long enough, and I'm just going to be able to put my clasp on. Okay. All right. Very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use this ring for my lobster to clasp onto. And I'm going to make a little dangle over there. I'm just going to do what I've been doing. Pearl bicone, or bicone, pearl bicone. Oh, I don't need it on a head pin though. I need it on an eye pin. I just like to put a cute little dangle on the end. I think it makes it really cute. Okay. Roll this back. Open this up, stick it right on here. Really cute. Okay, now I'm going to take my lobster and grab a decent jump ring out. I kind of like to use these thick ones for the lobster just so they don't fall off. See if this one will fit through the... Yeah, it does. That's good. That's a thick jump ring. Close that up. And our little necklace is complete. So here we have it. Really cute. I love this. You could hang something from here if you wanted to. Like if I wanted to take one of these pearls, that'd be kind of cute, wouldn't it, to hang it in there. Let me get a ball head pin. Yeah, that's copper. That won't work. Here we go. Here's a little ball head pin. So this will be cute to do. Or the bicone. Would the bicone be cute in there? That just gives it a little sparkle. That's cute. Let's do that. And then you can take this and we'll do a little wrapped loop here, like this. Wrap this right around. Oops. Go ahead and trim this off. My trimmers are really dull. I've got to get some new ones. Check it out. It won't even cut this head pin hardly. It's bad. There we go. Takes a lot of effort. And then I'm just going to try to tuck that, though. It's going to be kind of hard to tuck because it's a little bit long where the... Let me grab my different... I have a couple other cutters. None of them work really good. They're all really dull. That one's a little bit better. There we go. And then you can take this and hang it right on here. Whoops. Right here. We'll see how that looks. Let's see, make sure I got those even. Okay, there we go. Yeah, really cute. This is actually the front. Oh, that added a lot to it. I like that. So here we have it. Let me go put this on a form and you can take a look at it just a minute. Okay, so here it is, our cute little seashell necklace in my light box. Got some sparkle and bling and just some pretty pearls. I love the Coriana chain and these links as well. So really, really cute. I think it turned out great. So if you enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. And I will have a lot more seashell jewelry and crafts coming up. So stay tuned for that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.